Hello and welcome to episode 24 of Regular Features. Tonight...
My name's Matt Lees, and I've had it up to here with animals.
My name's John Blythe, and I'll be taking a tour of the underwater worlds of James Cameron.
I'm Steve Hogarty, and tonight I'm talking about the time I lost my innocence.
So, it's good to be back. It seems like a long time, but it isn't a long time. We just took ages to put episode 23 up, and Matt deleted the last one.
Yeah, well, technically I didn't delete it. I just never actually recorded it.
That is a vital
That
difference,
is
isn't
true.
it? It's what sets you apart from Gav.
That is true.
Gavadis is destroyer, and you just fail to create.
Just an impotent god.
Somebody do a regular feature soon, because my dick's completely soft.
Yeah, I was enjoying having a go at Matt until he sort of fucking started owning his failure.
Yeah.
That really bruised my boner as well.
To be honest, I think I'm just gonna... there's no point really getting into it now, because I think Gavin's not going to let me forgive this, because I have been bullying him about it for a long time, so...
We do need to... Well, we'll wait for Gav to come back, and then we'll have a go at you about being a fucking prick.
That sounds like a good idea.
Coming over here. On the feet, just looking at the woman. Looking on the feet, just looking at the feature. Got a feature.
No, it's already long enough.
I know. I was just enjoying
Stop it!
Now it's time for Steve's regular feature. The time Steve almost became what many would describe as a prostitute or
A transactional sexer.
an economist of sex.
Cock gobbler for coiner.
Did you ever ask someone if they're, excuse me, you're cock gobbler for coiner? I got a pound. What did I get me?
I got £3.50.
Well, I'm very ashamed of what happened. So I might need
That's why
to...
you've told us both already. Because you're ashamed in that kind of excited way that's really proud.
Oh, you guys, I can't believe what I did last night.
You never believe I am a total slag and I really sold my winkle.
No, I mean, I only told my closest friends and everyone who listens to this podcast.
And the internet.
I was on an app called Grindr.
What's that?
It's an iPhone app which is a little bit like the motion detector from Aliens.
Oh, wow.
Except instead of aliens, it detects big, hairy men with their tops off who want to have sex with you.
That are also in the walls.
They do scurry through pipes at a rate of knots.
It's great because my flatmate, not my flatmate, someone who lives in the same building as me, also has Grindr, and he shows up on my Grindr thing. But because Grindr doesn't have any sort of vertical, it uses GPS to determine how close to another you are, and he lives below me. And it told me that he was 1 meter away from me in my bedroom.
Did
and
you
I
try
started
walking-
spinning around the room going, what the fuck?
Make it 0. If I make it 0, will it? I don't know. Will the app make a ding sound?
Oh God. Yeah. So I'm mostly on there because I thought it would make an interesting feature because people say interesting and strange things on Grindr all the time. One man said to me...
So, the reason you've got a gay buddy finding app is...
For regular features.
Just for regular features. That's
Just
fine,
for regular
fine,
features. I'm not a slag. I'm really quite afraid of sex.
Well, you know what they say. If you're afraid of carrots, you just have to swim in a pool full of carrots. Carrot shavings.
I got a message from a man, which tends to happen when you use this Grindr app. This man, his opening gambit was, hey, £80 if you let me suck you off.
That's a gambit.
That's... As far as opening gambits go, that one's attention grabbing.
Where were you when it happened?
I was walking down Oxford Street at about 12:30 midnight.
So quite late.
Yes, quite late. I was looking for my night bus. So I didn't reply because I thought it was funny, but I thought, oh, he's probably very serious. He immediately followed up with £100 if you come now.
At that point, I would have just frozen still and waited to see where these numbers went. Is this a geometric or an arithmetic progression? I can't.
Come on, I mean, £100.
Well, I think I'm worth a bit more than that.
No, but I mean, you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is just basically go and meet this bloke. I mean, where is he?
He was at a hotel on Bloomsbury Street, which is at Tottenham Court Road, which, coincidentally enough, was where I was heading.
Right, so this sounds to me like a sign from the gods.
I don't think you don't have to do anything. You do have to pull it out every now and then, tap him on the forehead with it and say, you like that, don't you?
Yeah. You might have to make appreciative noises every now and then, rather than going, oh, can I have my money now, please?
Yeah, but I do that every day in the office.
Just taking your watch off and holding it in front of his face and tapping it.
So, pushing it into his face.
If it goes into his mouth and starts chafing against your bell end. Anyway, so carry on.
We had a bit of banter back and forth. I managed to...
I seem to recall you've deleted this banter, haven't you?
Yes, yeah.
Was there any point at which you were sort of sexually sort of responsive, or were you just like, lol, mate, 80 quid, lol, it's only 2 inches big?
I never made any...
40 quid an inch.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
I was never flirtatious. I was businesslike.
like any good horse should be.
Yes. And
60 quid for the first inch, 20 quid per inch thereafter.
I haggled him up to £300.
Fucking hell, man. What were the intermediary stages of that? Did he go to 200 then 300?
He went up when I refused a few times. He went up to 250, and then I suggested 300.
That's mental.
You said, let's make this interesting.
That's actually mental. I mean, like, I don't know. I just think that's such an opportunity right there. Basically, he's just a drunk, stupid man who...
No, he's a man with enough money to be able to afford sex.
He must be a bit drunk if he's jumping up from like 100 quid to 300.
Yeah. Oh, yes, that's fair enough.
Come on,
yes.
that's the kind of...
It was drunk haggling, yeah.
Yeah, that's somebody going, oh, fuck it, I don't care, I've got the money. And 300 quid to go and not even suck someone off, to be sucked off. 300 quid. I mean...
You're right.
I mean, it's like you can't...
I don't know. Maybe I'm a prude.
If I was on a let's just say, right, because when Facebook was a thing that people used to hook up with each other when it was new years ago, let's just say I was somewhere and some woman added me on Facebook and said, oh, I'm just round the corner. I'll give you £300 if I can suck you off.
You would have replied rightly, are you my friend? Because otherwise we shouldn't be linked on here.
No, because you can send people a message.
What if she was, like, horrendously... ugly.
Was this man horrendously ugly?
He looked like the retarded brother from Arrested Development.
He's not that ugly.
He's not. But he wouldn't be someone who I would allow to suck me off without...
free?
Without recompense.
Yeah. 300 quid.
Well, this is my thinking. Like, 300 quid was approaching something where, in my drunk, emotional state, I thought, well...
You thought...
That is a lot of money.
Yeah, in my emotional state, I focused on the money.
So his hotel ended up being right next to my bus stop, and my bus was not there.
This sounds like, I mean, if I was a religious man right now, then this is just signs from the gods written all over it.
No, because the way Grindr works is it finds people near to you, so it's always going to be someone nearby.
No, but it's a sign. I've got to shag them all.
I asked him if the hotel bar was still open, and he said, yes, or you can have a drink from my minibar. So I thought it would be funny, or at the very least, very interesting. I could write either a column about it for a magazine,
yes,
or maybe do a feature on it in a podcast like this one.
It would be Daily Mail would be interested in this. How this fresh-faced young gay man was quickly sucked into a whirlpool of promiscuous gay sex for
So I
cash.
thought,
It's not his fault, though. It's not his fault. It's because he's too beautiful.
it happens to me all the time. You shouldn't be surprised. So I walked into the hotel bar, and as soon as I went through the revolving doors, I realised that it wasn't very funny at all. It all became really
It
serious.
was the gust of warm air that tricked you.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, no. Well, I would just be selling my body for cash. Even it felt wrong even to have a drink with this man.
Do you think? I
I mean, even if you were just being really friendly, you knew that you'd probably be taking time out of his night that he could be better spent offering different people money for sex.
Yes. It's like,
I wonder how many windows he had.
I would be
open.
misleading him.
Was the alt tab in between three boys? I don't know, like, you know.
I wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, I was sort of hoping it was only me, but I'm not going to be hurt. I turned around and
If you got into his room and there's like 7 men and he told you all to sing a different note while he sucked you off.
Just so he can play the intro music to Home and Away.
Yeah.
Now that's a fetish.
no, I would definitely be up for that. 'Cause that
If he'd just given you more information about
that's
the
not
business
deal.
deal.
Seedy. That's just brilliant. So I turned around and walked out, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw him coming out of the elevator. And,
God.
I quickened my pace and just marched out of the hotel and started walking towards my bus stop. And then from behind me, I heard a voice shouting my name, Steve, Steve, Steve.
Do you not use like?
I started
Do you
running.
not use? Do you not use a signal or something?
No, because I don't use it. I use it proudly.
Okay.
Well, I hopped on my night bus and sped away into the night, and he continued to send me a few more messages on Grindr.
Did you say to the driver as you got on, drive?
Go, go, go! It's like dragging them behind. He sent me a message saying, "All right," he said, "You are really cute. Do you want to? Do you want to just do it? No strings attached." He's gone from someone sprinting away from an offer of £300 to go.
You are
okay.
so cute when you retreat from a sexual encounter, Steve.
It's like, oh, maybe he's afraid of accepting money. He's embarrassed about the money.
Maybe this is some sort of amazing pickup technique where you offer somebody to have money for sex, and they can say, "Oh, I'm sorry."
And the
This is
fact
weird,
you're
isn't
such a
it? Let's just have sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we've bonded over this awkward moment.
Because it is quite flattering to be offered 300 quid for sex and then just to say, yeah, let's not make you a whore. I don't want to turn you into a whore. Let's just not do that and let's just have full sex and get married.
I don't know if I mean, I'm a bit annoyed by that because you got offered 300 quid to be sucked off by somebody. Like, I don't think I've ever been offered £300 for anything. Like,
Yeah.
and I've done like quite a lot of bits of work and stuff. You know, I've done like, you know, bits of video, bits of graphics, bits of writing, all sorts of things. And the most I've ever really been paid for anything is about 250 quid for a big job. No, I've never been offered £300 for like
I feel like I
anything.
might be missing out. Like, if I had fewer scruples,
Well, you know, best years of your life, Steve. Get out there, make $1 million.
I might just start fucking people for cash. So
Right, okay. You've got, that's a step up from receiving a blowjob to being a Premier League fuck robot.
I'm really glad that I'm able to have this kind of influence on you.
Yeah, no, you convinced me.
Well, I'll see you next for your next feature, Steve. I'll bet it'll be a good one.
He then went from saying no strings attached to offering me £100 again.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's really bad negotiating.
I think what
'cause clearly he
happened-
didn't know the value of the thing he was trying to bargain for.
I think he did have 3 or 4 men on the go and he was at different bathroom
Yeah, maybe
stages with each one.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe he
obviously.
sent you a message back and
Then he said £300 was too much, and I wrote back saying, "Charmed."
nice.
And he got all flustered and said, "No, I don't mean that you're not worth £300. I just mean I didn't have £300."
Well, he shouldn't.
That
there
would,
you go.
That would have been
That was-
awkward if you got
yeah.
up there and he'd been like, actually, I don't have it.
I don't have it.
You needed to refer to a pimp at some point then. Gone out and sort of dressed up in
why-
some different clothes and come back.
It might have been worth signing up for a pimp just to get that money back.
I know, that's why you need representation, don't you?
Yeah, it's like having an agent.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get a pimp.
They do short-term pimps.
They must do. It's like estate agents, isn't it? Anyways, that's the time that happened.
That's mental.
I'm still on Grindr, so I'm
If
sure-
anyone wants to check me out, just get very close to where I am and ask me for sex.
Yeah, I mean, I think we might have partially talked him around to the idea of having sex with people for money. So I mean,
I'm going to try and get more and more interesting features from
Grindr.
from Grindr. The first time we recorded this feature, I came across as a lot more ashamed.
You did,
And
yeah.
I sort of wanted to retain that.
Now it's time for my feature, which is here's
Oh, I can hardly wait.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm not sure if that was sarcastic or not, but I'm going to pretend it wasn't. This time it's time for my feature, which is animals that I hate. Yeah, so you guys like animals, right? I don't. Well, I like some of them, actually. I do quite like dogs, and I must admit, I do enjoy these dog gifts.
Do you like wild animals? Do you think they're prouder than dogs?
I don't know, actually. I've never really met any wild animals.
You meet wild animals all the time.
You don't meet animals.
Hang on a minute, you
Sometimes I meet animals.
you meet wild animals all the time?
Yeah,
Where?
at the park. You met a goose.
I've got a badge. I met a goose.
I didn't meet a goose. I saw a goose. I didn't just shake hands. It wasn't like a dignitary. I didn't get, we didn't go out for dinner and have our wives make small talk.
The goose would say he met you. And I dare say
the
he'd be
goose
very-
would say he met you, and you were very rude.
This is why I'm
barely
no longer
acknowledged I was there.
a wild animal diplomat. But yeah, I hate mice. I really hate mice. I really, really hate mice.
It's not the same as hating dogs.
I hate mice. Now, I've got a list of animals I hate here.
You don't have dog traps. Snapshot on dogs and kill them.
Dogs aren't really as much of a problem. I think that's the problem. Is I always had no problem with mice. I thought, yeah, people just get stressed out. And similar with rats. I know people have got pets of rats, and that's fine. But
They're different.
Have you had a recent mouse infestation? Or
yeah,
something?
no. Basically, I've had mice in my house now for about 5 months, and it's sort of not. That sounds way worse than it is because it's not like they're just everywhere. It just means
It's not like it's one mouse that's been growing and now it's the size of
Now you've got
a
one less.
toaster-sized mouse.
just occasionally you'll go down to the kitchen at night and there's not been anyone in the kitchen for hours and hours and hours. It's been dark. It's just like, and you hear some movement, and you might like a couple of minutes, go and get a cup of tea or whatever.
The
You
mice
might-
are at the table playing Battlestar Galactica.
playing board games,
Yeah.
drinking my wine. No,
You could tell which one of them was a mouse Cylon.
because it's laughing.
Sorry, this is a board game that we played. But no one else knows the jokes I'm making.
And the problem I have now is the fact that we've been quite good at keeping them away for a couple of months because we kind of just really cracked down. No crumbs, no food out, but they managed to get up on a really high cupboard in the kitchen a couple of days ago, and we found that a loaf of bread that was in plastic packaging on top of this really high cupboard. And there's just like crumbs everywhere, and they just fucking drilled into it, and it was just like fuck.
Yeah, they can get everywhere.
They properly just took a massive hole. It was like the size of a cock.
Oh, they get inside it as well, because if you'd picked
Size
up
of
loaf...
A cock.
The
I know
size
that's-
of a cock.
I know it's
okay.
quite relative, but
What,
just
you're-
imagine
the-
a
the-
medium cock.
The loaf of bread was the size of a cock.
Yeah, it looked like the hole.
There was a cock-shaped hole in the
It looked
bread.
like somebody had fucked.
And Matt's blaming mice.
Oh, imagine that if you picked up the loaf of bread and they were all still inside it having a gnaw.
and you thought, oh,
And
well,
you
I'm
just
just
went,
going
don't even know. End
I'm
this.
just
No,
going,
no.
I'm going to slice the bread for breakfast.
Oh, right, no.
And then some of them spilled out and attacked you. Some of them were cut in half, and basically breakfast was ruined.
I thought you were going to say something worse than that, so it's fine. Anyway,
I thought you were going to say you look at the cock-shaped hole in the bread and go, oh, well, fuck that.
Oh no! That's what I should have said.
that's what you were going to do, and I was like, don't do that. That's a horrible mental image.
you go. That's average cock-sized shape.
And the mice go,
You
oh,
squeeze.
the meat's arrived.
Oh,
Chuck
Jesus.
in.
But anyway, they keep for whatever reason, and I don't know why they keep coming into my room at night and.
Just looking at you.
No, they go underneath my bed. I think it's because it's warm.
Check
or
him out,
something.
Marge. Isn't he spunky?
I told you he was spunky.
But at first I kind of realised it because I heard this noise that sounded like somebody eating cereal. It was like,
That's not the sound mice make.
no, it is, because
they fucking. I'm sorry, one of them.
Hang on, they don't go.
you'd be surprised, mate. No, it was like... It sounded like somebody crunching cereal.
not like
Admittedly-
guttural.
Look, I don't have...
Mice cannot be guttural.
I'm not a sound effect machine, Steve.
Okay.
But they sounds like somebody... All right, you just have to imagine, it sounds like somebody eating a dry cereal, right?
Okay.
And I was like, what the fuck is that? Because it was the middle of the night. And what the fuck is that? But then I realised that basically what it was I was eating some chocolate coins over Christmas, like you do, and I must have dropped the wrappers down the side of my bed.
But they hate tinfoil,
No,
don't
but they were trying to get the little tiny fragments of chocolate out of the tinfoil edges of the coins. And so I found this sort of shredded bits of
Oh, fucking idiots, go and buy a Mars bar, you pricks.
yeah, something like 30p. But that was all right. But the thing is, I've cleared away all that, and this is what I don't get. Is it's like I've checked under my bed repeatedly. There is nothing even vaguely food-like under there. There's no.
They love a bit of carpet, to be fair.
Well, I think they just
Carpet
like.
is delicious to mice.
Yeah.
It's the most delicious thing.
They just won't leave me alone. And basically, for the past 3 days, for whatever reason, they've just been fucking around under my bed, not making a lot of noise, but making enough noise to wake me up. And it's that thing of waking up at 5 in the morning and knowing that about 1.5 foot under your head there are mice, and knowing
Yeah,
that really
you can't sleep with that.
you can't do anything about that. All you can do is put earplugs in. And the other night I had my girlfriend, and I couldn't tell if she was still asleep or not. It was just horrible because I'm like, I was thinking, oh fuck, she seems restless as well, but maybe she's just restless. I don't want to wake her up because if I wake her up, then she'll know as well that there are things underneath the bed.
Yeah.
And I've only got one pair of earplugs, but I'm on the far side of the bed, and I'm trying to reach over my girlfriend to get the earplugs without waking her up, because also I think, well, if she wakes up and I know she's awake, I'm going to have to say, you have the earplugs, you know. But then I know that I'm not going to get any sleep. But anyway, basically, the sum of it is I woke up this morning and I thought, all right, fuck it.
I'm making a list of animals.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
before
you're
this...
number one on my shit list.
Yeah, definitely at the top. Second animal I hate is Nurgle the goldfish. Now, Nurgle the goldfish...
That's a Warhammer reference.
Yes, it is. It's a Warhammer Chaos. The
Warhammer Chaos God, isn't it? Yeah.
Chaos God of plague, despair, and disease. And
He's
interesting-
well septic, is Nurgle.
Yeah, but the interesting thing about Nurgle was he was a black Moor, which is like a goldfish that are black. And he just outlived...
they got like the bulging eyes.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
Manky.
No, I liked
The King
him.
Charles Spaniels of fish.
Oh yeah.
Fucking hate King Charles Spaniels.
But he wouldn't die. He wouldn't die. Basically, yeah.
What an arsehole.
Well, no. You say that as a joke, but
See what
yeah.
goldfish do is they swim around a big, long stream of shit coming out of their arse. And then it pops off and they turn around and go, ooh, I might eat that. And they just eat it.
Yeah, they are pretty awful.
Then,
goldfish.
to be fair, they do spit it out immediately.
Fair play to him.
Oh, no. But Nurgle outlived all of his goldfish peers, and so he got new fish. But he just basically, he killed everything else in the tank. Basically, he will just systematically.
How did he kill them?
Outlived.
Oh,
Did he
no.
outlive them or murder them?
No, he outlived all of the fish that we bought him with.
By
By
murdering
whatever means necessary.
Well, actually, that's a good point. We never actually reopened the cases because we thought the originals all died of natural causes. That's a good point. Maybe he was a murderer and we just didn't spot it. But
Did you ever see a murder take place?
yes, we did. Well, we
It's
saw
like
the
the Angela Lansbury of goldfish. Where other goldfish just seem to die around him all the time.
Well, no, because basically all the other goldfish died, and then we got some new fish, and basically the little ones we think he ate because they just disappeared.
Oh, he's hungry.
Yeah, fair enough. But then we just saw him like all the other ones. He just bashed them against the side of the tank. He spent his whole day, and the funny thing was, it wasn't like bashing everyone. What he would do is he'd choose one he didn't like. He was a bully. He was horrible. He would just repeatedly focus his efforts on just one other fish, and he bashed them against the side of the tank again and again and again.
That fish
Until
sounds like
eventually-
he didn't know his fucking place.
But how do you tell a fish's place?
By bashing
You
him
get in there
against the
yourself.
to step in and go, "Hey, you, fucking calm down." But it was just very frustrating because I really liked having a number of goldfish, and in the end, we tried putting in fish. And whatever fish we put in, if it was small fish, he eat them. If it was big fish, he just bashed them. And even he bashed bigger fish.
Bish bash.
Bish bash, bigger fish.
But no, they're very sensitive goldfish, and they die very easily because if you damage the scales, they die.
At the drop of a hat, especially if you drop the hat into the tank.
My mum never had the heart to actually just get rid of him and like flush him down the toilet.
He sounds awesome.
No, so in the end, we just left him to die. And
Sounds like your mum's the true villain here.
No. We just left him to die because we thought, you know what, this goldfish is a dick. He's killing other fish for no reason all the time.
You know
so
what people would
we
give-
left his tank. We didn't clean the tank. We left it, and it got really manky, and we just left it.
Whoa.
And you know what? This fish lived for like another year. He just would not die. He lived for about 4 years. He was a bastard.
That's cruelty.
You can't be cruelty to goldfish. But I thought it was quite telling that he was the god of plague, despair, and disease.
You can't.
According to the name you gave him.
Yeah, I know, but he really lived up to it.
Maybe you imprinted on him that personality, and he just lived it out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like that. Anyway, he was a dick, and I'm glad he's dead because he killed other good goldfish.
Also, Matt's quote of the podcast: "You can't be cruelty to goldfish." That should be on your grave.
Anyway, number 3 on my list is a dog in Spain. And that was the time when me and my brother got trapped on a roof in Spain where there was a dog barking at us very aggressively and
You were on
trying
his
to
roof?
bite us.
You were on his
but
roof?
we were guests of the house, and we got stuck, and I was trying to shout for the people who lived in the house who were friends of our parents, and they couldn't hear us. And
The
so
dog thought you were shouting at him.
You are very, very...
I'm just trying to see things from both sides,
That's,
okay?
no, that's fair. Devil's advocate. I appreciate that. But no, in the end, I had to make a mad dash for it because...
For the dog.
No, because I shouted for my parents. We couldn't get them to come. We couldn't get anyone to come. My brother was really scared. He was very young. And in the end, I had to basically just jump off the wall and try and get out the gate. And I got my my legs bitten a little bit and scratched quite badly.
Because the dog thought you were running towards
The
him.
dog was fucking mental, basically. The dog was one of those... Because in Spain, they have different... Sometimes, this sounds really racist, but in Spain, sometimes they treat dogs a bit differently. And they have, like, outdoor dogs. It's like a cat. It's like... Your dog,
Sometimes they form gangs, don't they?
Your dog never... You have a dog, but it never comes in the house. Hasn't been castrated or censored or whatever, and he just runs around and...
Castrated or
censored?
Censored.
I forgot the word. But I don't
Neutered.
Neutered. I don't want to break the flow, but I forgot the word. That's, it's just...
I think the dog was just trying to protect its eggs.
The works of my dog have been bowdlerized.
Number 4, cats. I'll just leave it there. Don't like cats. I
Yeah,
don't.
fuck cats.
Number 5, the laughing cow.
Do you like the milker cow?
What's
Yes.
she laughing at?
Precisely.
What's so fucking funny?
I'm
Laughing at the
funny,
milker
yeah.
cow because she doesn't
Why
know
do
why
you-
she's lilac.
Why don't you share it with the rest of us, laughing cow?
It's the nature of her laugh that frightens me. It's more of a cackle. And also...
I'd like that kind of laughing cow.
I can't remember.
Anyway, the laughing cow is a prick.
Oh, laughing cow can fuck off. You're
Yeah,
right. You're
yeah.
absolutely right.
Regular features, regular features. What is the feature coming next? Let us see.
Now it's time for my regular feature, which is the underwater sounds of James Cameron's adventures underground.
Water.
Water.
What, remind me again why he's gone underwater?
He's gone underwater. He's researching a new enemy. He wants to find something that would look good
New
in
enemy.
3D, and he's going to put it on telly.
But, no, hang on. I was just trying to work out what this is true and what isn't. Is it actually true that he's looking for new alien inspirations?
No, he is an explorer as well as a filmmaker.
I
suppose
think
he
he's
is.
trying to...
Money, haven't you?
Yeah, he also wants to see if there's any more Titanics down there.
Because that's another film. That's a sequel.
That's, yeah.
I got a new film, guys. I
There's
just
gotta-
found this big rusty boat. There's got to be more Titanics. I can't fucking do the same one again.
Yes. Double Titanic. So you went to the bottom, the lowest point.
The
of
lowest
Earth,
point.
right? It's-
He went to the lowest point that has ever been gone to.
So what noises did he hear when he was in the Marinara Trench?
Well, that's what I'm going to document for you. I'm going to say, he's there, he's about to go down into the bottom of the sea on what is possibly man's greatest adventure. And here is the first sound that he hears on his way down. And I want you to guess what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I came twice.
Is it a comedy trombonist?
It's not a comedy trombonist.
Trumpet fish.
It's not a trumpet fish.
Is it-
It's his friend who has glued a trombone to his mouth, thinking it would be a good idea for another monster. Thinking,
So he's hoping to basically star in one of Cameron's movie.
Yeah, basically, he hasn't got into the sub at this stage. He's just standing in the dinghy with his mate.
And his mate's trying to give him ideas for the next film.
Yeah. It's like saying, "Can I take it off yet? If you find another monster down there, can I take this trombone off my face?"
Why did he glue it?
Well, fucking hell, if he just took it off, he wouldn't.
You've got to show some commitments.
He's got to do it hands-free.
Yeah. Yeah. That's because his hands have been stapled to his spine to make him look more eerie. The next sound is this sound.
Oh, I know this one. Is this somebody who's come out of the submarine and is trying to get back in?
How many people do you think are in his submarine?
I don't know, like 4?
It's a one-man sub.
It's a one-man sub.
Oh, is it?
He went down solo.
Is this a television programme I needed to watch?
If you'd known...
It's not a television programme, man. This is reality. This is what he did.
What?
Not for TV. It wasn't a stunt.
What?
He literally did it to advance science.
Yeah, fuck off.
What was it, Log?
It was the sound of his mum, who had come down with a bag of sandwiches for him because he had forgot his food. And unfortunately, because she'd only packed them for putting inside the pod and not for swimming underwater
ruined.
with. Yeah, the paper bag got wet and they flew out.
She didn't think ahead.
And a tuna ate them.
Can I ask a question? What was in the sandwiches?
Was it a tuna sandwich?
It was then, yes.
What else did he have in his packed lunch? Did he have a Kit Kat? Just 1 and 2 finger ones.
The correct makeup of any lunch is a sandwich, a bag of crisps.
Apple.
No, apple means you're stupid and your parents are shit.
Oh, but
A bag of crisps, a chocolate bar, and a can of pop.
an apple would survive the briny deep.
No, a Twix would sink. An apple would float immediately.
No, you could have a soggy Twix, but you could wipe off an apple and that'd be fine.
You could
Sounds
have
well
soggy
sexy.
Twix. It's quite well sealed. Like,
No, it's not. Chocolate is porous.
I know, but when it's still in the wrapper, you don't just put like you don't
Oh,
make a
okay.
packed lunch by going, "Oh, I'll put a Twix in this packed lunch." Rip open the package and pour some
You
Twix.
do if you mind.
No,
If
yeah.
my mum gave me a
If you
Twix, she'd
love-
rip it open, eat one of them, and only give me one of them. Cow.
And then tell you that's how they came.
So I was about to say, look, I'm going to do an experiment where I get a Twix in a wrapper and put it in water just to prove that it's fine.
Do it. I'll have the apple. Cheers.
As we go deeper underground.
Water.
Underwater. Water is just melted ground. The next sound is Hannity, 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 Hannity.
Sean Hannity.
It's... Have you got any other guesses?
I don't know who Sean Hannity is, so yeah, just, I don't know, a thing.
It's actually a Sean Hannity manatee. It's called a Hannity, but...
What is a Hannity? I know what a manatee is, I've seen one.
It's a cross between Sean Hannity and a manatee, but because Sean Hannity has so much more charisma, the titling of the product completely ignores the manatee aspect.
He's a well-branded manatee.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought, what kind of sounds would you hear underground? And I said, Hannity, 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 Hannity to myself. I thought, there's someone called that. That's probably it.
Who is he?
He's like a Fox News man, right?
Yes, he's an American TV broadcaster.
Yeah.
That's why I
And
don't know
also
who he
a
is.
manatee.
And also a manatee, and he is number 192 on the Johto index of Pokemon. Which is why he can only say his own name, because he is actual Pokemon.
My girlfriend went on holiday and she bought me some espadrilles, and I was really disappointed when I found out they weren't Pokemon. They're like these weird shoe things. All right.
Espadrille! Espadrille!
Escodrill is the
Oh, is it?
yeah.
Well, I was thinking of Esper meaning that kind of the alternative to mana that you get in Final Fantasy games, and drills being something you used to bore it out of your opponents.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They are. It's a
Yeah.
weird name for some basically like little weird kind of slippery things.
When you say little slippery things, you make it sound like your own penis.
It's true. It's true.
I'm determined to refer to your penis in medium to small terms this week, so I think it's had too much airing as a large thing.
That's fair enough.
And I did notice you mentioned earlier. I did notice you upgrading it, saying it might be a bit too small. That average size hole in the bread might be too small for my big penis.
Whoa, did he say that? Because I missed that.
I did not say that.
He said it might be a tight fit. Really?
I did not. I said
well,
not.
well, let's rewind and find out, shall
Well,
we?
the readers will know, won't they?
Oh yeah.
The next sound we hear in our journey underground. Boom! Boom! Actually, that would only happen once.
Is it a carry-on film?
once.
Being played loudly.
No, it is actually a sound effect from the 1980s quiz show All Clued Up, starring Diddy David Hamilton, the radio DJ. That sound is the stinger, and it means that a letter you chose in the word that was in the phrase, as it was not actually in the phrase, and you've lost control of the round.
How does Cameron react to this?
Well, he's quite excited because he's watching it on his telly, and he's thinking, well, you are waiting for that sound to appear because it is the most exciting thing in the quiz show.
What happened to his mum?
Dead. Presumably
She rode the tuna to freedom, which had been tamed by the sandwich hit.
Eternally bonded to her.
I can only eat one human sandwich. You are now responsible for me, Mrs. Cameron. The next sound effect we hear is...
It's not a sound. He's not hearing sound effects.
Maybe he is. Maybe he's not got... Actually, they well, he won't know what's going on. Just put him in a box. make it look watery outside.
Someone just blow bubbles past the window and say, yeah, well done, James. You got all the way to the bottom of the ocean. No one's ever done it before.
It's been amazing. I've got a great idea for a new movie.
It's like that Channel 4 show, Space Cadets, where they fooled 4 people into in space.
Into believing Johnny Vaughan could host a Channel 4 TV show.
Have you considered writing for Private Size cartoon page?
There's a joke.
The next sound we authentically hear in our journey to the centre of the ocean is...
It's the Family Fortunes.
It's Family Fortunes.
It's the Family Fortunes theme. And James Cameron's surprised because he's still watching All Clued Up.
Hang on, how's he hearing the Family Fortunes theme?
Well,
Hang on, he's on
turns
his own.
out Jack Cousteau likes Family Fortunes, and when he popped down to the Mariana Trench, he was watching that. And some fish learned it. It learned the theme tune.
was Jack Cousteau just humming it?
Yeah.
And one of the humming fish thought, oh, it's a catchy,
Pretty good tune.
catchy melody. But you're singing, in my head, it's different. The Family Fortunes theme
It's
is
because
different.
he's singing.
Well, it was underwater
like
singing.
Underwater fish sings.
Mine goes, ba 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 da ba da 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 ba da ba da 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 ba da ba ba da.
That might be a newer version
Maybe
that
it's
Jack
Vernon
Cousteau
Kay.
wouldn't have been watching.
Oh, okay, right, so it's a modern version. No, that's not Family Fortunes. Get it on your phone.
Yeah.
You're tapping on your phone right now. Here we go.
Okay, let's get this.
Here we go.
It's Family Fortunes with Leah, Peter, Paul.
Well, what the hell is logged? What
Okay.
was logged?
I don't know, let's do it.
What the fuck was Jack Cousteau
Can we
humming?
do it again?
Okay, what's the next sound we hear as we go deeper and deeper?
Hold on, are
and-
you rolling back your feature to
No, I'll just sing that, and then we'll overlay it.
and pretend you didn't make a mistake?
Yeah.
Oh, no. No, this is
we need
different. This is you've made the mistake. It's done. I'm interested to know what your singing is. So I was going to do it, if you know what it is, then let us know, because I don't...
What is the tune I was singing?
Well, you
I
know.
don't know.
You're the one who was singing it.
Well, I've been listening to other tunes now, I can't remember it.
no.
That's the only tune in my head.
What is it from?
I can't remember the tune I was singing.
Oh, God.
Fucking hell.
Bomb.
So, did you hear anything else down there?
This is the next sound he hears as he travels deep underground.
It's completely dark now.
We're getting
Can't see a single thing.
We're getting so deep. We're getting very, very deep. The thing I like about playing that sound
Do you like playing that sound?
is that people are always laughing at the point when I burst into laughter on the fart. because
There's something universal about it.
it is something like, oh god, it's just gone on for long enough now that it's too awkward to not laugh. So yeah, so what do you reckon that sound was?
That was a recording of you farting in a
That's
toilet cubicle. Like.
In the year 2009. The deepest point now is at the point where nothing ever happens. Nothing happens at all. And this is the sound he hears.
Ah, the winds of the sea.
Yeah.
What do you reckon that is?
Well, I reckon it's
the wind.
The winds of the
The
sea.
winds of the sea.
Yeah, I think we've agreed. It's the winds of the sea.
Now, as a shark eating a Portuguese man of war and liking it. End of the podcast.
End it,
Thank you
yep.
very much for listening to this. As far as we're concerned, it's over.
Should we do another one after this one? Let's do another one.
All right, let's just
like the other
we'll
one.
see you boys
Let's all do
and
the same.
girls.
Let's all do the same features again.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.